Okay, hello, hello, hello.
Muted.
Let me
Unmuted.
see if you found the chat box. Say hi to me. Let me see that you are here. Hi, John Straczynski, Karen. Hi, hi. Monica and Karen again. Vinny, hi. Anthony. Wow, Ron, so many people. Wow, Regan, hello. I did not speak to you for a while. Jerry, Lisa Phillips, hello, hello. Ahmed, wow. Marcel Cohen, the whole Cohen family, hello. And JJ. So nice. It has been a while. It has been too long. And Reem, I see you are here too. And Raymond, perfect. Amit, Bruce, Susan, hello. Very, very nice. James, yes, we need to smoke a cigar together. I have a cigar here ready. Haha. Okay, Vikram, hello. Norman, hi. Excellent. I like cigars. Yes, I know. And hi, Swapna. Hello. Hi. Okay, good. So this is going to be a different kind of thing. At the beginning, it will start like previous seminars, but I'm going to give you somewhere along the middle some new kind of something new. You will see. Give me a second. I need just to give a link to someone. Give me a second. Link. Here we go. I'm just forwarding a link to Gilly. He's stuck. Here we go. Okay, good. So we're starting. Why don't you have money? The silent assassin. Okay. By the way, before we actually starting, how many of you been before in my seminar? How many of you been in any one of my seminar, live or online? Just say yes here in the chat. Me. Yes, excellent. Okay, so a lot of people. Excellent. Good. Okay, so you know what to expect more or less. Okay. For those that has not been in any one of my seminars, this is going to be an interactive seminar. We're going to talk through the chat box. And here we go. We're starting. Agreements. Number one, no recording, please. You can take pictures, but no recording, video or audio. If you will want the recording later on, email me and you will get it. But there is always a condition. You need to write a success story. Good or bad, write a success story. Nothing I said today is true unless it is true for you. So I'm going to tell you a lot of things today. You need to evaluate them in your own eyes. Does it make sense to you? Now, nothing I teach is new. You already know it. And because you know it, you think, or you may think that it's too simple. But the most simplest thing, the simple thing are the most powerful thing. Actually, if something is not simple, it contains a lie. If something is not simple, it contains a lie. Someone come and give you this complicated story about where he's been, what he's done, he's lying. Don't think too much. No, he's lying. If it's not simple, it contains a lie. If something is not simple for you, you have a lie. And the lie is probably a fake reality. A fake reality is a piece of information that you're 100% sure it's right, but when you use it, it does not bring the expected result. Hi, Stephen Ashley. Hi. Okay. What I teach is not just theories. It is proven facts, but they need to be implemented in an exact manner. And they are different to what you are used to. And hence, it is the ability to confront the drills, not just the listening, that will produce the expected result. I will give you drills. I will ask you questions. You need to be part of it. If not, you will not get the expected result. And here is the first drill. Are you ready for the first drill? Let me see. Are you ready for the first drill? Yes, Margaret, Curtis, excellent. Ron, perfect. Here is the drill. I want you, Baya, hi. Arjuna, hello Arjuna. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to inhale for as long as you can. I will count to 3. I will tell you 1, 2, 3. I want you to inhale for as long as you can, and I want you to measure how long you can inhale, for how long you can inhale. So get ready. 1, 2, 3. Measure. Once you're done, just write how many seconds you manage to inhale continuously. How long you can inhale. Just inhale as long as you can without exhaling. Just inhale, inhale, inhale. 10 seconds, good. Regan 11. Regan, too many cigars. Karen 10. Vinny 14. Good. Excellent. 8 seconds. 16. 5. Susan 10. 8 seconds. Okay, good. Margaret. Okay. Very good. Okay. You notice that you cannot inhale forever. You notice that. Why? Because we built in such a way that we need to get air in and air out. Now, what I'm doing right now, I'm causing you to inhale data. You inhaling data, inhaling data, inhaling data, inhaling data. If you will not exhale by the form of talking or doing it, or writing a chat or doing a drill, you will choke yourself with data. You will get data poisoning. So the first thing you need to know is that you, more than me, need your acknowledgement. If you don't acknowledge, if you don't say, I got it, I understand, answer the questions and so on, you will choke yourself. Thank you, James. Okay? So does it make sense to you? I ask you questions, I expect answer. You need to be in communication with me. Excellent, excellent, absolutely, of course, yes, yes, yes. Jose, perfect, excellent, very good. Very, very good. John Perro, hello, hello, very good. Okay, perfect. You just came after passing up. Okay, Norman. That's good, Norman, I like it. Okay, now, the most important thing about life, about this lesson, and really about life, is that you should not take anything seriously. Nothing is serious. If you think seriously, how serious can you get? You can get that serious. But the more serious you become about something, the more serious you become, the less successful you are, the more effort there is. Whatever you do in this lesson and in life, don't become serious. Now, serious have two definitions. The first definition is I'm doing my job seriously, which means diligently and like it should be. That's not the definition that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the definition of when interest is important because of penalty. You do something because if you want to do that, you get penalized. So you do things because if you don't do them, you get penalized. So that's we don't want. You don't want to be serious. Anything that happens, take it lightly, because at the end you will see that nothing is really, really, really important. If I take the air cover out of the planet right now, you'll see that all your problems will vanish. Not because the air goes away, because they are not really important. So do we have agreement with that? Yes, so true. Yes, yes. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Perfect. Now, the next question is the question that we are here for, and I need you to, 1 second. There is someone talking, so let's see who is that. Emmett. Excellent. Okay, good. So the next question is the most important question. This is why we are here, and I want you to look at that question and answer it. Okay? So here is the question. Why don't you have money? What I mean is, why don't you have as much money or money in direct ratio to your abilities? So you have abilities that 600,000 times more than what you have results. And your results are measured usually by money. So why do you think you don't have money? Why don't you have money? I need you to answer that, because this is the exhale. So you will get the inhale. I'm not doing the right things. Okay. I don't communicate with it. Okay. not enough sales, false data, not communicating with money. Dylan, very nice. No communication with money, yes. Buy too many shoes, that's not a problem. Not enough communication, doing the wrong job, not doing enough, yes. I repeat it, yes. Swapna, I'm not willing to determine the ability, good. Not fast enough to close cycles, don't believe in itself, yes. I stop it from, yes. This is all very interesting. I'm afraid and having, because I lost it. Wow. Don't know, I have tried outflow too many people, but no inflow, no income. Bruce, excellent. Lies, James, true. Kapil, not doing the right actions, yes. I do not sell very well. I mean, that's very true. I didn't find the right way, yes, because I don't have, okay. So let's say Reem, yes, you can see my comments. Yes, trying to keep others from having money. Ashley, that's very smart. Too many open cycles. Not enough. Susan, trust, yes, because I focus on waiting. Yes. Really good. False data around money. Regan, that's true. Action are not ethical. Yes. Jerry, meaningless distraction. Yes. Money doesn't like me. Yeah, Norman. Yeah, Marcel, not creating other millionaires. Very good. Money is very hard to earn. Yeah. Need to rehab the abilities. Yes, stress and not taking responsibility over mic change. This is very, very good. Okay, not engage abundance. Okay, I don't exchange in abundance. Yes, I don't know how to sell. That's very, 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 very smart. Wrong consideration about money. That's true. Okay, don't create enough. John Perro. Okay, here is what I'm going to ask you. Who do you think is the assassin that kills your attempt to have money? Who do you think kills this attempt? Because you're trying and someone killing you. Me, myself, distraction, myself. I know it is me, yes. Okay, so self, me. So most people, my fear, okay. Negativity, yes. Self-doubt. So somehow most people, me, Ashley, to say yes. Most people think that it's themselves, okay? Self, invalidation on self. That's true, Vinny. Yes, okay. So let me give you the answer. If you don't have money, you don't know that you don't know how to sell. That's all. Ronel, okay. If you don't have money, you don't know that you don't know how to sell. Because if you could sell, you'll have money. Because the end result of sales is money in your pocket. Too simple. You don't know that you don't know how to sell. How do I know that you don't know? How do I know that you don't know? Because if you would know, the result of knowing is control, and control equals income. Does it make sense to you? Yes, it is wow. It is wow. That's so simple. Everything is simple. If it's not simple, it contains a lie. Now, how do I know that it's true? How do I know that it's true? Because if we can handle that, if I give you knowledge about selling, you will end up millionaire. Yes? Yes, Jose, it's simple. Yes. So this is all about knowing, okay? Now it's getting a little bit more interesting, okay? Why it's getting more interesting? Because you have sold in the past, so surely you know how to sell. So what we have now, you have something really interesting. I want to show you what you have. On the one hand, you know my paint thing. Yes. On the one hand, you've got here, I sold before, so surely I know how to sell. Yes, you sold most of your life. Everyone is a salesperson. Everyone sells. On the other hand, if I'll tell you to sell, if I'll ask you to explain exactly how to sell, all the in and out on sales, you You don't know how to do that, which means you don't know it. Because if you cannot explain someone to a 6 years old, you don't know. And what you have is total stop. And that stop equal no money, because to have money, you need a flow. This is really, really fascinating. This is really, really fascinating. You have here, yes, this is really fascinating. On the one hand, you know that you sold before. You know you can sell because you can sell. You close people, you close your wife, you close your husband, you close people all the time on things. On the other hand, you cannot explain, you don't really know how to sell, but you don't know that you don't know. So this here something that totally baffles you. What you have here, this thing here, is a confusion. And what we're going to do today, we're going to undo this knot so you can start selling. And by the end of everything that I'm planning for you, the end result of this whole process, going to be that you will go to someone in the street and they will give you money. And I'm not joking, and I'm going to guarantee that you will go to people in the street. You will not try to sell them, and they will give you money. Okay? That's the idea behind what we're starting here. This is just the first free introductory seminar. Yes, but that's what I promise you. I'm going to take you, Harry, yes. I'm going to take you through how exactly you're going to get to become magnet for money, and without becoming Jewish. You don't need to be Jewish for that, okay? You just need, data. Okay. So, I'll come Jewish if it helps, yes. Okay, good. So here is the process. Here is what's happening. Here is the process, okay? There's a process that's going on here, and that you need to fully duplicate, and then we'll break it down so you will get exactly what's happening, okay? Number one, the salesperson knows how to sell, yet for hidden reasons assumes he does not know. The first thing you need to know, that you know how to sell, but you think you have hidden reasons that tells you why you don't know. Before you go to sell, you worry, you're not sure if you close, you have all kind of consideration. James, thank you. I will show you very soon. Okay, the salesperson knows how to sell, yet for hidden reasons, assume he does not know. The next thing that happened, you need to understand a few laws before I take you to the next thing. So there are a few laws that you need to understand. The first law is certainty is the manifestation of causatively not knowing why things happen. So this is really interesting. Causatively not knowing why things happen or work the way they do. So low certainty, if you don't have high certainty, if you are not sure, which is what's happening in number one, it is a manifestation of you causatively, you causing to yourself not to know why things happen or how they work. Does it make sense so far? Yes, Karen, yes. Interesting, yes. So you cause yourself not to know. I am making myself not knowing. Yes, yeah, you make yourself not knowing because you, the spirit knows. The definition of the word spirit is this thing that knows. And when I tell you something, if I tell you something, it is cold outside, you take what I say, you look in your mind and you come back to me and you say yes or not, which means you knew before I say it. You just had something that blocked you, and that block you create. So low certainty is the manifestation, is the thing that come after It is the thing that show up when you cause yourself not to know. Anything you assume you don't understand will manifest in low certainty. So first you need to assume that you don't understand, and then you have low certainty. It's not that you get low certainty and then you don't understand. So the thing is like that. You have total certainty. Let me show you. So this is you. You are certain. The result of certainty, any idea what is the result of certainty when you're certain? What is the result of certainty? Control, yes, yes, yes. Knowing, actions, yes, yes, yes. All true. The result of certainty is actually ideas. And you know that money is idea backed by confidence. And the result of idea and the deterioration of ideas is they become facts. So you've got a deterioration from certainties to ideas to facts. Facts make you a fact. Certainty, you are cause. Here you are cause. This is you. And as you deteriorate, you become a fact. It is a deterioration. Are you with me or did I lose you? I'm with you. That's good. That's good. Yes. Ashley, excellent. Good. Yes. Jose, perfect. Yes, the result of certainties is ideas. Yes, the result of certainties is ideas. The result of certainties is idea. When you're certain about something, you come up with the idea of, okay, let's make a cell phone. Okay, let's invent the atom. Okay, there is something that's called black hole. Okay? So anything that happened in the physical universe used to be an idea. Anything. Okay, let's take it like that. The physical universe started at one point. So we can say that there was a starting point where there was here, we can say nothing. It's not exact, but we can say nothing. Before the beginning, there was nothing. And then someone was very certain here. Yes, a creator. Let's call it God for a second. And that God put something there. So there was an idea, and the idea deteriorated into facts. And then someone came along and put another idea, and another idea that got generated into facts. So it's always from nothing to something. Are you with me or not? This is a little bit different. I didn't tell you at the beginning, but everything I'm going to teach you is different. Ideas always deteriorate unless if you keep creating them. So the reason marriage get deteriorated is because you had the idea of marriage. There's no such thing in the physical universe. You had the idea, oh, let's create marriage. And now you stop creating it, you leave it there, it becomes a fact. And facts is a deterioration of ideas, and eventually they go away. Good, Curtis. Okay. So anything you assume you don't understand will manifest in low certainty, and anything you are certain about, you will know. Just by being certain, you will know. A certainty is senior to knowledge, and certainty results in knowledge. Now, if you check in your life, anything you started with, you managed, anything you succeeded, any business, any relationship, anything that went right for as long as you were certain. The moment that someone put a doubt into your mind, you had it, you failed. So your enemies are those things that put doubt into your mind. We must keep creating ideas. So your enemies are only those people or things that put doubts into your mind. Does it make sense so far? Yes, yes, yes. Good. Yes. Yes, but I'm not sure if you see what I'm saying. Rim, I do see what you're saying. Not as much as the other chat, but I do. Jose, yes. Okay, got it. Excellent. Now, if you are not sure, if you want me to explain again, if something do not make sense to you, ask me, because you will be the brave person that asking, but there's another 10, 20, 30 people on the call that probably don't understand. Okay, here we go, Ahmad, you are brave. Okay, so let's take it from the top. Okay, let's take it again from the top. So I need you to just tell me if you agree or not, okay? Do you agree that there was a time, there was a moment that this universe started? Time started and it started to go, and it seems like it will go forever, and depends on your beliefs. You believe that God did it or not, but there was somewhere there was a point of a starting point. Everyone agree with that? Yes, everyone agree with that, agree. Okay, good. Okay, good. So the starting point here means that here, before the starting point, there was nothing. And after the starting point, there was something. Something. Okay? Any question about that? So Jerry, are you with me with that? There is a starting point here. Somewhere the universe started. I'm not saying it's the only universe, but I'm talking about this universe. And before this universe started, there was no universe, because before the beginning, there was nothing. Yes, that's the definition of the beginning, the first time that something happened. Okay? So, there was nothing. With nothing, it means not nothing as nothing, but not physical thing. Nothing in here, I mean, what was here was not physical. Okay, not physical meaning not composed of twos. Okay, that's what I mean, nothing. Okay, it's not necessarily that it's nothing, but it was not physical. So before the beginning, there was a nothing, not physical thing, and this thing, this nothingness, somehow created somethingness. And that somehow we call a postulate, something out of nothing. And there was some kind of effect that has been created. It came up from nothing, an idea. Idea is nothing, and it turned into effect. Fact will deteriorate, because in this universe, things deteriorate. They want to survive, but deteriorate, okay? If you're not sure that it happened, look at one of the old churches and you see the lead get deteriorated. It takes a long time, but it deteriorates. Everyone with me so far? Good. Excellent. Very good. Which means, if you will look in this universe, if you look at this universe, any progress, anything that happened is because someone had an idea. So he had an idea. What does it mean, an idea? Something outside of this universe had an idea. There was no flying. Someone had an idea that people can fly, and he turned this idea into a fact. Someone had an idea, let's say, put a cell phone, and he turned it into a fact. Someone had an idea, let's create a religion, and he turned it into a fact. Anything in this universe started as an idea meaning something not physical, because once it becomes a fact, it's a physical thing. Everyone with me or not? Excellent. Beautiful. So, certainty is senior to facts, because certainty is what brought ideas in the first place. Facts are not positive or negative, Vinny. First, facts are dead. The combination of plus and minus. The fact is actually a continuous lie. Okay, it's a continuous change. Let's say a continuous change, not a line, because a lie has bad connotation. So anything you are certain about, you will know. A certainty is senior to knowledge. Now, so the process is the salesperson know how to sell, yet for hidden reason assume he does not know. That's the first thing that happened. Regardless if you agree to hold this thing about certainty, you know how to sell, but you have a problem because you have hidden reasons that tell you you don't know how to sell. The next thing that happened, the salesperson get trained incorrectly on how to sell or invent incorrect ways for not selling successfully. So the guy did not sell successfully and he said, good, let me go and get trained. And he doesn't close 100% of the deals, which means he was trained incorrectly. Or he said, okay, let me change that. And he's still not closing, which means he changed the incorrect thing. So far, so good? Everyone with me? So you've got a person that knows something goes wrong. He changes. And because he changes, the next thing that happened. What is the biggest mistake in sales training? What do you think is the biggest mistake in sales training? What do you think when people get trained about sales? What is the biggest mistake? What makes people fail when they get trained? Why they got trained and they never actually get 100% closing? The training itself is not correct. Yes, Janelle, true. Telling people they are learning something they don't know anything about. Okay, good, that's true. False knowledge, that's very true. Wrong teaching or wrong technique, yes. Consider you benefit first, yes. Not trained on the right things, yes. Don't train on mindset or energy. Monica, very good. They don't get trained on how to follow up with the clients. Lisa, that's very good. They never worked on themselves. Regan, beautiful. Always be caring. That's true. Lack of certainty makes customer wrong. Focus. Yes. All of that, everything that you say here. Stop creating. Yes, that's true. Arjuna forcing them to obey the wrong techniques. Yes. Patrick, do not ask question. Patrick, hello. They don't understand the cycle, not making it your own. Very good. Everything can fall under one thing. The biggest mistake in sales training is teaching about sales without first teaching about human behavior. You're teaching about sales, you're teaching the technique, and you don't teach about human behavior. And if you don't teach about human behavior, you cannot actually do anything, because what you're trying to do when you sell is not to change the person's mind. You don't want to change his mind. You don't want to change his mind. You want him to change his mind. If I change your mind, I make you into a useless robot. But if I get you to observe and you change your mind, you become cause, and so you will buy what you need, not what I tell you. Really fascinating. One of the biggest sins of people is changing other people's mind. If I change your mind, you are my prisoner. You get that? This is really fascinating. So the biggest mistake in sales training is teaching sales without first teaching about human behavior. So what we have a person that knows that he knows how to sell, but somehow it doesn't work for him. So they go to get trained, and they get trained incorrectly, or they invent incorrect ways. And the end result of that is confusion. The end result of that is confusion. You get all kinds of sources of data. This guy said that, this guy said that, your dad said that. If you're Jewish, the Bible tells you you are Jewish, so you should have money automatically. You mustn't do anything, just sit there and the money will come. And you get confusion. What is the result of confusion? What is the result of confusion? Chaos, yes. Inability to control, yes. Failure, yes. This is really fascinating. The result of confusion be effect, yes. No action, doubt, yeah. No shoes, yes. No production, uncertainty, failure, Ashley, yes. Control, lack of control, more confusion, that's true. No sales, that's true. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you what it is, okay? So this is you. This is you. Say hello, nice to meet you, this is you. Bias, stop. Yes. So this is you. Now, we know a few things about you. Number one, we know that you know. That's the definition of the spirit. You know that you are good. And we know that you are able. Okay? Those things you never lose. Never, never, ever, ever, ever. You know. You cannot not know. You are good. You cannot be bad. You are always good. Even if you do bad actions, you do them because from your viewpoint, you're doing good. Incorrectly, but it's from your viewpoint. And you are able. You never lose your ability. Never, 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 ever, ever lose your ability. You only lose your willingness to demonstrate your ability. So we've got this unique, unbelievable abilities here. Now this guy go and say, I don't know. He says, I don't know. And he say, give me data. Either he invent it or he get taught. Now, because he say, I don't know, any data that he will get will invalidate this thing I know. And because of that, what will happen, he will get a confusion. Once you got the confusion, confusion is a situation where there is no immediate solution. The next thing will happen. You unwittingly going to commit a sin. You don't intend to, but you will. Does it make sense to you? So the result of confusion is always a sin. Something that you do that you wouldn't want someone else to do to you. Good, John. Wow, yes. Yes, Jose. Ashley, beautiful. Yes. Can you explain why you commit a sin? Because let's say that I'm confused, so I don't see what's in front of me. If I don't see what's in front of me, I will do something bad. If I don't see a person, I will go over him. I will hit him with my car. I committed a sin. It was unintended, but it's a sin. I wouldn't want someone else to do it to me. Sin, the definition of a sin is something that you do that you wouldn't want someone else to do to you. The definition of a sin is something that caused the greatest harm to the greatest number of people or things. So far, so good? Everyone with me? Good. Excellent. Yes, Joseph. Excellent. Yes. Good. So the next thing that happened, confusion, bring a sin. Now, what's the result of a sin? Once you committed a sin, what will happen next? What will happen next? Once you committed a sin, what will happen? Guilt, yes, that's true. That's very true. What will happen next? Guilt, yes. You withdraw, yes. You repeat the sin, Lisa, true. You make the person wrong, yes. More confusion, justification, cut communication, restrict of myself, justification, justify, yes. You kill yourself, that's very true. Loss of power, exactly. Justification, bad behavior, yes. Unable to fix it back, yes. Punishment, hold myself back, swapna, very good. Yes, of course, yes. Death, authentic, hide, excellent. What actually happened, everything you said is true. This is the manifestation. But the bottom line, what will happen, you will prevent communication. You will prevent communication. This is how you stop knowing. Hi, Malin. Hi. Okay, so let me show you how it happens, yes? So this is you, and this is the universe around you, okay? For as long as, when everything is okay, you freely communicate. Yes, you communicate with anyone freely. But if I did something that I don't want anyone to know, I will put a block. Because I don't want them to see, yes? I don't want this guy to see that, yes? I'm hiding it, yes? and I don't want this guy to see. And let's say I do another sin, I commit another sin, I will put another block and another block and another block and another block and another one and another one and another one and another one and many things. And most of the sins, by the way, you do against yourself, not against other people. And what you get, you prevent communication because now you cannot communicate. Kapil, we'll get to that within a second. Let's understand that first. So you prevent communication. So if the sin that is committed is against yourself, are you then preventing communication with yourself? Of course, with yourself and other. You're just preventing communication. Yeah, you're telling yourself you don't know. That's the reason. That's how it happens that you all of a sudden, because the cycle is a cycle. It repeats itself. Mm-hmm. So you committed a sin and you prevent communication. Yes. What happened? What is the result of prevented communication? What's the end result of prevented communication? What will happen? Actually, yes, it is true. Less life, stop creating, confusion. Yes. What's the end result of prevented communication? Not knowing. What else? What's the end result? Not having, lack of flow, no money. Yes. Loneliness, lower being, something you don't want. Exactly. No flow, loss of control, no cell, less alive. Yes. Lack of success, losing affinity, lack of responsibility. All of these things true. Bottom line is, you notice that all of you more or less say no or lack of, which means you cannot have. The end result of prevented communication is you cannot have. You understand? If you're not in communication with the thing, how can you have the thing? If you cannot find your cell phone, let's say you own a cell phone, but you cannot find it. Do you actually have it? No. Let's say you have money, but you cannot find it. You cannot find it because you cannot communicate with it. Do you have it? No. Let's say you have a wife and you cannot communicate with her. Do you have her? No. You have a party. Does it make sense? Yes. Bad. Exactly. Exactly true. Excellent. So the end result of prevented communication is not have. And what is the end result of cannot have? What is the end result of you cannot have? Poverty, yes. Cannot give, yes. It sucks. Yeah, that's a good definition. I like the way you think. Yeah. Yeah. The end result, no life, Monica, yes. No life, yes. Lack of freedom, yes. 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 The end result of not have, you must live. You stop selling, first covertly and later overtly, but you live. You leave the area. You leave the area. Wow. Yes, yes. This is really amazing. Oh my God. Yeah. This is really fascinating. Arjuna, yes, it's 100%. James, yeah. Dirty hands, exactly. Wow. Yes, wow. Yes, wow. Let's come back. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you. Reem, thank you. Yes. So the real reason you live, when you live, what happens is actually is the following. This is you. That's not you. This is you. And when you're somewhere, you have space around you. Yes? You put things there, because you communicate, and everything within this space is yours. Once you decide that you committed the sin, that you are confused and blah, 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 all of this happening, you leave that space. You just go out of that space. You don't want to be there anymore. And all this thing is not yours anymore. And so, you know that you know, because you know you put it there, you know you put it there, but now you're in a totally new place. You need to put new space around you. But this space, you'll make it much slower, much smaller, and you'll become less able. Everything falls apart, yes. So the end result of assuming you don't know, because that's how it started, you assume that you don't know. Listen, this is really fascinating. The end result, all of these problems started because you assume you don't know, is always failure. And so to succeed, you need to know that you know. And that is the purpose of my seminars. Waking you up to the truth that you know. You're very welcome. This is really fascinating. All the problems that you have is because you assume that you don't know. You agreed that someone will define your state of mind. Someone changed your mind for you. You're very welcome. Amit, thank you. You're very welcome. Buna, you're very welcome. Marcel, that is how my journey started with you. Yep. Yep. This is awesome, Vinny. Yes. So everything I'm going to teach you, everything I'm going to show you is not giving you data, but I'm going to delete data for you so you can actually know. I'm going to delete data for you so you actually know. When you assume you don't know, when you allow someone else to control you, when you allow someone else to tell you that you are not perfect, at that moment you start to die. You will commit sin. You will have all of these things which will make you bad, which make you look bad. But the truth is that you're really amazing, and you agreed to assume that you don't know for someone or something else. Okay? Does it make sense to you? Good. Very good. Excellent. The law is like that. Thank you, Marcel. Margaret, thank you. The law is like that. You are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. So if someone comes and tells you that you are not perfect, you need to know they want to take you away from you. They want to put you back into this cycle. That's why the only way to learn, the only way to improve is to see what good about the person, not what bad about the person. So here is the cycle. Again, the salesperson knows how to sell, yet for hidden reason, assume he does not know. That's where the problems start. You assume you don't know. You assume you are less than perfect. That's where your problems start. You then get trained incorrectly, and you get in confusion, and you commit a sin, and you prevent communication, and you cannot have, and you leave. All of that is actually because you assume you don't know. And what you've tried to do so far is to fix the confusion, to fix the lack of knowledge, to communicate, to try to have all of that is not the real why. The real why is number one. The real why is number one. Do you understand that? The real why is number one. You need to know that you know. Sonia, good. The salesperson knows how to sell, yet for hidden reason, assume he does not know. Yes. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, Neo. Yeah, know that you know. Neo, yes. Yeah. So, yes, for as long as you assume you don't know, you will fail. I'm getting to the hidden reasons, Shemaiah. Very good observation. For as long as you assume you don't know, you will fail. Does it make sense to you? If you check any time you succeeded in life is because you assume that you know. If you can play guitar, it's because you assume that you know. And the moment that you get worried about do I know or not, is the crowd is too big. At that moment, you fail. When you assume you make an As from you and me, yes. But in my definition of assume is just that you just say that you know, just for this purpose. Meir, I think cause of physical world keeps bringing doubt. That's true. Yes. Yes, Rim. Okay, so for as long as you assume you don't know, you will fail. All you need to succeed is know that you know. That's all. That's the formula for success. Know that you know. Be certain that you know, and everything else will come from that. Know that you know. Thank you. My purpose is to wake you up to the truth that you actually know. Why we pretend not to know? The simple answer, John, you reduce your knowingness. There's a process of reduction of knowingness in order to create a game, and I will explain to you the whole process and how to handle it, how to have a game without reducing your knowingness. But someone convinced you that the only way for you to have a game is to reduce your knowingness. Okay? Good. The handling. What is the handling? Bruce, we will get to that. We will see. We'll define what does it mean to know and how do you actually know and so on. Yes. What is the handling? Know that you know and act on it. Know that you know. That's very true. It is the handling, but it's not practical. After so long of saying that you don't know, if you try to know what you know, you will get a counter energy that will wipe you out. Our doubt are tailored and make us lose and might of. Yep. Gradient, by a gradient, it's good, but how? Go to my seminar, Shemaya, that's very true. Go from assume that I know to actual knowingness. I mean, that's very good, but how? When you try to do for many years. Okay, let me show you something. Okay? Let me show you something. Improve certainty, by you're very right. Okay, this is time, okay? And this is where you are born. And this is today. Okay? And so this is today. Okay. Okay. Now, from the moment that you born, you been educated into I don't know, you don't know, you should learn, be careful, you are fragile. If you want something from you, if you want the door open, you need to walk to the door. If you want to get a message across, you need to move some particles of air, you need to talk. I don't know. Every single moment you have, I don't know. You don't know what's behind the door. You don't know what this guy thinking. You don't know. Now, you wake up one day, today, and you say, I know that I know. Fine, true, but that makes all of those things wrong. This makes that wrong and that wrong. That makes eons. That makes endless amount of decisions wrong. So you get back energy that you're aware of or not that will overwhelm you, even if you are the most powerful person in the world. It will overwhelm you just by saying I know, because you want to say I know and you know that you know, but somewhere there tells you but I don't know what's behind the door. Does it make sense to you? So it's easy to say yes I know, but it's not practical. It's not actually working in the physical universe. And even if it's true, it doesn't help me if it doesn't work. Because something can be true, but it doesn't work. Yes? So, what's the handling? The handling is divided to two. Number one, you can become certain. Again, easier said than done. So it's not practical. It's true. You can become certain. If I put a gun to your head, if you have an emergency, you will become certain, you will know what to do. But that's here and there. Okay, so that's not practical. So be certain alone, just like that. You need a lot to learn to become certain, yes? The second way to do it is to learn the correct knowledge on how to sell on anything. It's not important, and become certain. Because you can be certain and create knowledge, or get the knowledge and become certain. I can just decide that I know how to play guitar, or I can learn how to play guitar correctly and become certain. Does it make sense to you? And the key here, you need the correct knowledge. Because if the knowledge is not accurate, like a razor blade, if it's not so accurate, 100%, what you will get is more problems. Okay? So this is the handling. And let me tell you what and this is the different things. I want to explain to you the different things that I'm going to do here that will actually get you to that. I'm talking about sales. But if you know me, if you know my seminars, you know that I can teach about sales, but I'm not teaching sales, I'm teaching life. Sales is just one of the things that you can apply. So here is what I got. How do you achieve a doctorate in sales? This is what I want to do. I want to create something that has never been done before and give a doctorate in sales. And a doctorate in sales, the end result, of course, is you go out and people give you money without you asking. This is the two stages. Stage number one, step number one. You first remove the barriers that prevent you from seeing by doing the why you don't have money seminar. This is one seminar that you're going to do. It's a very low-cost seminar that alone will open the door. You will start to see. And then you then learn how to sell for real by doing the sales doctorate course. I'm going to explain to you about each one of those courses, what they are and what they will bring, and then I will go back into giving you more data and I'll teach you more. So Why Don't You Have Money seminar is a series of 4 seminars, about 10 hours in total, in which you will remove the 22 sales repellent. There are actual 22 repellents that actually prevent you from selling. And just you remove these handbrakes alone, and your sales will grow in order of magnitude. Each lesson will end with a list of drills you do in a real life that will guarantee you will increase your income continuously. The guaranteed end result of the seminar is the following. You will improve your income by at least 2 times the cost of the course. So if the course costs $1,000, you will make $2,000, at least extra, yes? If not, don't pay. Now, the extra benefit is that you will improve all areas of your life. Once you complete that, once we remove the brakes, this will be the moment when I can actually start teaching you. And at that moment, we're going to do the sales doctorate course. The prerequisite is the why you don't have money seminars. You have to do that before you can do the doctorate course, because otherwise you will not understand what I'm talking about. The guaranteed end result of the sales doctorate course is at the end of the seminar, you will go to a random person in the street. It can be a beggar. It can be a person that don't have money. And that person will give you money without you asking for money. Very clear guarantee. Yes, you go to the street and they will give you money. Now the course is about 200 hours, live online course that will be delivered in a segment of 5 hours per week. This is, I think, the longest course I ever done. 200 hours live course, probably it will be longer, but I'm saying 200 hours. Yes? The course structure will be like that. Each lesson will be composed of, number 1, the most powerful knowledge about sales, most of which is never taught anywhere on the globe. I can guarantee that you did not see that knowledge anywhere, not from me and not from anyone else. As far as I know, I never saw it from anyone. I'm talking about any live or dead person. Okay? You never seen that knowledge. Number 2, you'll get practical drills. Number 3, you'll get simulations of real sales cycles within the session. So within every session or within every drilling session, So basically you will have a lesson that will give you data and lesson that will do drills. And within those drills lessons, you will do a real sales cycles. Now, you will record your real sales cycles and you will receive my evaluation with correction improvements that are tailor-made to you, your product and your industry. So each one of the people that will attend the course will give me a recording of their sales cycles. I will listen and correct you. I will see what you don't see. Each one of you will get personal coaching with me to handle specific areas that block you from 100% applications. Why you don't apply 100%. And number 6, you'll have field drills done with check sheets. So you'll get a check sheet and you'll go out and do field drills, and you will do them. You'll do them in couples. So you will need 2 people. You always go together to do those drills. And the passing standard for this course is 100%. Now, it will be the most advanced course with the most simple yet powerful data and a lot of observation that will result in a lot of results in all aspects of life. Good, James. That's exactly right, Vinny. So I will be able to ask you to take your course and I can get you to pay me. Basically, yes. Now, thought brings about headaches. When people think, they get headaches. Small tasks that get executed bring about big money. You can pay in one of 2 ways. The first way, the full cost of the course in advance. That's the first way. But this is what the new thing that I'm doing that will enable anyone to be in such expensive courses. This is a very, very, very expensive course, and the next thing, the second way, is something that will enable anyone to be on that course. And here's the idea. You'll pay per session starting at the very low cost. Let's say you'll get the first session, you pay $50. Nothing, yes? So anyone can afford it. But with the guarantee that by the end of the week of each drill session, so it's every second week, you will make at least double the cost of the last 2 sessions. So let's say you pay the $50. By the end of the second week, you will make at least, let's say each one of them is $50, so it's $100. You will make at least profit of $200. So the overall cost will be, of course, more expensive if you go in that way, but it's guaranteed and it's built in such a way that anyone can do that, because anyone can pay $50. And if you made $200 within 2 weeks, you can pay another $100. And if you then made another $400, you can pay $200 and so on. Does it make sense? Do you understand the idea? So really, I was looking for a way to make anyone be able to pay that and not saying, oh, I really need it, I really need it, I really need it, but I don't have money. So that's the way to handle it. This is the difference. This is the thing that will change everything, because anyone can join. Anyone can pay $50. I don't know a person that cannot pay $50 for 5 hours, yes? It's like $10 per hour. Make sense? That's cheap. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is amazing. Curtis, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, so the handling we said, be certain, so I'm going back to the data. Yes, I gave you this thing about how we're going to handle the situation. So I gave you the data about the 2 courses. You now have it, and I'm continuing. And we said that the handling are either you're going to be certain, which we said it's wonderful, but easier said than done, or learning the correct knowledge on how to sell and become certain. What stops certainty? What do you think stops certainty? Why people are not just simply certain? Doubt. Okay, but why? Why will you have doubt? Why you cannot just be certain if you know that if you're certain, you will be successful? Someone looking at incorrect data, okay, but if you're certain, you can just boom. Others make you wrong, yes. Why will you let them make you wrong? Forgetting that you know, why? Why will you forget that you know? lack of experience, agree with someone invalidating you. Why will you agree? Do you understand? Physical world bring you doubt, but why? Why? Previous experience, yes. The past thought and experience, okay. So this is a question that before you answer why, what stop certainties, you will never become certain. And if you will have the correct answer, you will become certain at that moment. If you have the correct answer, the moment that you have the correct answer, you will become certain. It's not maybe. Now, how do you know if it is the correct know-how? How do you know? Because we said we need the correct knowledge. How do you know if it is the correct knowledge? I'm going to teach you something. How do you know if it is the correct knowledge, or am I bullshitting? It works, yes. You simply know. That's very smart. You will see a change in your result. That's very smart, Lisa. Yes, it works. Yes. Immediate improvement, Shamaya. That's true. Yeah. Money flows in. Yeah. If it works, yes. Okay, so I want to give you what it is. Number one, the material works immediately. You know that. You know that the material works immediately, and it's everything that you said, yes? Number two, you learn due to observation, not due to authority. This is really fascinating. Even if I teach you the correct data, if you learn because I told you, not because you looked, you actually did not learn. Which means if you didn't make the data yours in the process of learning, if you don't feel that you created the data, you wrote it, you invented it, you will never learn. Do you get that? Only if you learn due to observation, not authority, will you be able to learn. This is fascinating, because all learning on this planet, all without exception, is due to authority, not due to observation. Even if they say that it's due to observation. You always ask who said that before what was said. Yes, it is very, very interesting. Who said that is the first question. Do you have a study about it? Observation and experience. Observation is something you put there. Experience is something that put on you. Yes. Now, number three. The material removes major fake reality. There are only 22 fake realities in regard to self. So the material itself removes the fake realities. But most important, most important, more important than everything, it is, you know that you know it. It is like you did not learn it. You got access to it or were reminded of it. You know that you know it. You don't feel of, wow, what's that? That's new. That's interesting. No, you just know that you know it. It is like, of course, that's my name. What are you telling? Does it make sense to you? Are you with me? Good. Yes. Kapil. Yes. Excellent. Susan. Yes. Marcel. Okay. Yes. Jose. Excellent. Jerry. Perfect. Sonia. Lori. Yes. Lisa. Perfect. Okay. Good. So this is how you know. This is really important. This slide you need to take, because if you know that slide, if you really get it, you'll never get someone else to change your mind, ever. And if someone changes your mind, you become useless. You are as useless as you allow people to change your mind. You change your mind. It's your mind. It's like if I get to change your car, you have an accident. But if you change your car, it's fine. So the direction of your car needs to be controlled by the driver, not by external forces. Make sense? You see that? Good. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Very good. So what is the process of effectively helping or selling anything? What is the process of effectively helping anyone or anything? How do you help people? How do you help people? What's the process? What do you need to do? What is the process of helping anything? Know what the problem they need to solve. Yes, that's true. What else? Ask them questions. Make them look. Yes, that's true. What is the process? What is the process of effectively helping anything? Make the decision instead of coercing them into it. Yes, that's true. Find the real need and then figure out, yes. Find what they need, understand their problems and guide them. Have something of value to give, Margaret, yes. Exteriorize from the problem, yes. Don't judge the person. Don't force them into accepting your viewpoint, yes. Make them right. Ashley, that's very good. Communicate with them, just say yes. Yes, getting people to trust you. Find the ruin. Laurie, that's true. They want to win, yes. Okay, good. Let me give you the process and then we'll see how it works with sales. Feel them safe, inform them, make them interested, convince them, and encourage them to decide. Okay, good. Here we go. This is the process. And then we'll see how it works on sales and how it works in anything in life. The first thing you need to do correct diagnosis. You really need to understand what is the problem. Only once you understand what is the problem, and when I say what is the problem, I mean what's the manifestation of the problem, what's the source of the problem, what's the ramification of the problem. This is all under diagnosis, okay? Once you have that, you need to figure the most comprehensive handling. Not a handling, most comprehensive handling, meaning that you will never need to touch it again. Most comprehensive handling. Then you need to getting the patient or the prospect to duplicate the handling. They need to understand the handling. They need to make it theirs. If I give you a medicine and you do not fully understand what this medicine is all about, chances that the medicine will work will be reduced by 80%. This is really fascinating. It was found that when a person takes a medicine, that he understands the operation of the medicine, the more he understands the actual operation on the cellular level, the better the application of the medicine. So why? Because if not, something external change your mind and you will change it back. And that's how you get chronic conditions. Yes, that's how you get chronic condition. You need to get the patient, the prospect, to understand. He needs to duplicate the handling. It needs to become his. You're teaching him here, and like we said earlier, for something to be the correct data, it needs to be his. He needs to observe it. If not, it will not happen. You will get a chronic condition. You may sell him something temporary. He will not come back. And most of your income should come from repeating customers, not new customers. Now, once he make it, Marcel, you're very welcome. Once he made it himself, you're sending the patient to purchase the cure. It can be from you or from someone else. But you're telling him, now you go and buy the cure. Now, you ensure the suggested handling works. He purchased the cure. You start to administer the cure to him. You sold him a house. He goes, he paid. You need to make sure that it's actually working. Remove all the barriers. Find out what's not working. You need to follow up. If you think that you sold and you go away, you are wrong. You just started. And then you need to correct as needed. Any one of those things is missing and you don't have a sale, you have an upset, you have refund. And more important, you will not have more sales in the past, because the sin on sale, when you commit a sin on sale, is when you skipped one of those items. When you did not skip that, you didn't do that you didn't get to the end result of each one of those. It's not enough to come and say, oh, I've done a diagnosis. No, you need to understand what the end result of diagnosis, and that's when you move to figure out the most comprehensive handling. If you do that while you're doing the diagnosis, you will not be competent, because competency is the ability to do what you do when you're doing it. You see that, yes? Does it make sense to you? Good. Good. Excellent. Excellento. Very good. So the first thing is to understand that there is a process like that you need to go through. It's very obvious to see it when you see a doctor. A doctor that go and giving you a handling without diagnosis is not a doctor. A doctor that give you, let's say, did a diagnosis and he figure out the handling, but it does not explain to you, and you don't buy into it, and you send to buy the cure. Even if you buy it, it will not work. It will not work as effectively. This is really fascinating. You cannot skip steps, and skipping steps do not mean that you didn't do them. It means that you did not get to the end phenomena of that step. Each step have a very exact end phenomena. You need to know what it is, and you need to apply it. Now, what is the definition? Good, Vinny. What is the definition of the word sell? What does it mean to sell? What's the definition? To help. Yes, that will be part of it. Yes, sell is helping, 100%. Transfer of your viewpoint to theirs, so you changing their mind. Reach an agreement. Help. Just say that's true. Help is part of it. Exchange one value for another. That's true. To give exchange. You provide value. Thank you. Yes, Sonia. An exchange of something of value to solve a problem. Yes. To serve someone with exactly what they need when they need it. Wow, that's good. Rosa. To fix a problem. Yes. To help the person to decide for himself that your product or service would improve his condition. Yes, that's true. To help people to solve their problem. That's very good. To get into agreement. Help the other people see that you have the solution for his problem and get him to agree to exchange with you to solve his problem. That's all very true. What I want to go with you, I'm going to give you the definition, and then I'm going to go with you over that definition, and you will see that once you understand the definition, just by understanding the definition fully, but really understanding it, will cause you to sell, will make yourselves like almost like a no effort. Act of exchange, that's true. Help care, exchange value, and have agree. That's good. Transference of belief. Okay. Idea backed by confidence. That's money. Okay, let's have a look. So the process, first of all, you have to understand that sell is a process. Okay. So it's the process of figuring out what the prospect really need. And based on that understanding, figure out all the ways you can help the prospect, and getting the prospect to understand that the suggested handling will help him while ensuring the prospect exchange for your help, and thereafter ensuring the cure work as planned and correcting the cure or the application as needed. So this is a big definition. It's a full definition. And what we're going to do is to take each part of it and understand it. So let's break it down. Figuring out what the prospect really needs. This is the diagnosis. Okay? And then, based on that understanding, figure out all the ways you can help the prospect, figuring the most comprehensive handling. That's the second step. Getting the prospect to understand that the suggested handling will help him, getting the patient to duplicate the handling. Ensuring the prospect exchange for your help, sending the patient to purchase the cure. Ensuring the cure works as planned. Ensure the suggested handling works. And the last thing, correcting the cure or application as needed, correct as needed. Okay? So this is breaking it down a bit more, but in order for you to fully understand it and use it, we need to take each line and the keywords and actually clear them. Do you get that? So let's have a look. Yes, Patrick, good. So the first thing, figuring out what the prospect really needs, diagnosis. What is the definition of diagnosis? What is that diagnosis? What does it mean? What does it mean to diagnose something? To listen, yes. What is diagnosis? Assess the situation. What does it mean, diagnosis? Analyzing the problems, yes. Real why, Marcel, yes. Identification of the problem. Root cause analysis, that's good. Find the problem. To examine the purpose of knowing anything about the situation, Kurt, is good. Agreement on what the problem is and what it is about, yes. Take the facts. Yes, correctly identify the problem. Find knowledge, yes. Genuine, yes. To understand the cause, very good, very good. Observe and understand what is the cause. Find the truth, excellent, excellent. So let's see what the dictionary says. The art or act of identifying a disease from its signs and symptoms. Now look, when you go to sell, the first action you do diagnosis. You need to identify the disease from its signs and symptoms. Most of the time, the prospect will not actually tell you what's going on until you will know what it is. So you need to read the signs and symptoms. And asking questions will not do that. Asking questions will help, will assist. But everyone learned that in order to sell, you need to ask questions. And you already know that asking questions is waste of time, because you need to ask questions and get answer to your question. But even that is not enough. You need to be able to observe. The question that you ask has one purpose, and the purpose of the question that you ask is to restimulate, to extenuate the signs and symptoms of the problem. The answer that the guy gives is important, but much less important than the signs and symptoms. Do you understand that? A good doctor don't take what the person say. He actually look at the sign and symptoms. So you ask question in order to restimulate, to turn on, to show more clearly the sign and symptoms. Every question that you ask in that stage is designed to increase, to make more visible, to extenuate the signs and symptoms of the actual problem. You don't know what the problem yet, but you know that problems has ramification or manifestation. You need to increase the manifestation so they will become clear to you. Symptoms, yes, this is really fascinating. Someone come to buy dancing lessons. If you just ask him why you want to dance, oh, because I like dancing, blah, blah, you will not get anything, bullshit. But if you ask him, so what is those things that makes you feel good in life? What make you not feel good? You start to asking questions about his feeling, about emotions, and you find out what's going on through the signs and symptoms. And there is a whole list of questions that you need to learn. There is an actual type of questions, which are situation questions, that you need to learn and to press those buttons that will show the symptoms. Now, another definition of the word diagnosis is investigation or analysis of the cause or nature of a condition, situation, or problem. Once you get the sign and symptoms, the next part of the diagnosis is you start to investigate or analyze the cause. Where is it coming from? But that's not what we worry about so much. Now, It is coming from Greek to distinguish, udaya, to know. The end result is you need to know. You need to know, not to think, not to estimate, to know. That is his actual problem. That's the source of his problem. How do you know it? From the signs and symptoms. So the actual definition of the word diagnosis is the willingness to gain knowledge by observation alone, or the willingness to be certain. This is really fascinating. At that step, most salespeople fail because they're not willing to simply know. They're not willing to be certain. So you need to know that. At the Why Don't You Have Money course, or the Why Don't You Have Money series of webinars, we will figure out exactly how to gain knowledge by observation and how you become certain. This is what we're going to do. That's why this is the prerequisite for the doctorate course. Now, how are you doing? How are you doing? Tell me how you're doing so far. Amazing, good, awesome, perfecto, very good, excellent, brilliant, good, eye-opening, excellent, great, good, good. This is fantastic, love it, excellent. What if you are not currently in business? You will get into business the moment that you learn it. You will not be able not to. Fantastic. Okay, good, great, excellent. Now, we've done more or less 30% of that course, of that webinar, yes? What I want to do is to leave you here and to continue, I think to continue, what do you think about next Saturday at the same time? Will that work for everyone? Sounds good, yes. So next Saturday at the same time, I will send you a link. I'll send the link to everyone. And we will continue. It will be probably another 1.5 or a little bit more. If you have a big event, no problem. I will send you a recording. Yes. Yes, and you know that I'll do a recap as well. You understand, because there's a lot of data here. Okay, this is just the beginning. Everything I'm going to teach you in this doctorate course, everything I'm going to teach you in this Why Don't You Have Money course, it's from a totally different viewpoint. You never heard that data. So what I want to ask you, this is a free webinar. You exchange with me, as you know, is to go to Facebook, Instagram, and say how amazing it was. And if you do that, you will get a recording. You will email me after you publish the success story, only if it's true, of course, only if you love it, and I will send you a recording, okay? So thank you very, very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining, and next Saturday, same time, we will continue this introductory course. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. You're not on Facebook, send me an email and I will post it. Bruce, send me an email and I will post it, okay? Thank you, thank you. It has been way too long, and I'm very, 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 very happy that we connected again, everyone. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye. Lisa! Good. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.